Hi guys, I hope you're good. In the last video I was having my engine fixed and I was just waiting for the mechanic to come back and give it one more test run to make sure that everything was fine. He came back and he did that. He ran the engine under load for an hour and there were absolutely no problems at all. So the boat is good now to go out for a cruise. Unfortunately, as you can see, we have had a few weeks of pretty horrendous weather, not at all suited for narrowboating, so as yet I still haven't got out. But I've been trying to use the time wisely. I've started doing the work on repainting my engine bay. I will show you all of that once it's finished, but here's a sneak peek. I am just doing that as and when I can, when we've got periods of good weather. I've done a little bit today, but we're due for another whole day of rain tomorrow, so it's a bit pointless to do too much because I need to get the engine bay completely dry and anyway, I'll explain that in the upcoming video. Ow. But another really quick job that needed doing, and I can do today, is I needed to repack my stern gland. So come with me, I will explain to you what stern gland is and how to repack it. I should start first by explaining what stern gland is. Boats are propelled by a propeller that sits under the water. This connects to a tube coming into the boat via a set of bearings which enable the propeller to move the boat. This is called the stern gear. Further along the tube is a box and it's filled with packing material. This material will vary from boat to boat, but the result's the same. This makes a watertight seal to stop water coming in through the aforementioned tube, which is also known as the prop shaft. It is very important that the stern gear is lubricated so that it can work properly, allowing the propeller to turn and keeping the watertight seal. If this is ignored, water can build up in the bilge and your boat can sink. This brass tube here is the stern gland. It is full of grease which lubricates the stern gear. There's a tube that runs from here into the box with the packing. You turn this handle to push the grease through the tube. It's important to grease the stern gland regularly and every time after you take your boat out. I'm unscrewing the handle now to get to the inside. It's basically a really long screw. Eventually it pops off and you can see the inside of the tube. You know when it needs refilling by how little thread is left visible, and in time you get a feel for it. This is the grease I'm using. It's specially designed for this and it's water resistant. This particular tub has a funky feature where there's a hole perfectly sized for a stern gland. I just line up the holes and push down and the grease comes out. Other grease you have to spoon or finger in. It works exactly the same, but this design is just a bit less messy. You want the tube to be full but not overflowing. Once you've done that, you simply replace the thread and cap that you removed earlier. It might be a bit fiddly to get back on, and it'll be quite tight, but just keep going and you'll get there. Tighten it up until you almost can't hand tighten it anymore. That's how tight you should be turning it after you run the engine as well. So there you go. A really simple job, but a very important one. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you all again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!